The demon is he's the mastermind of it all, if you will, okay? In the original script, there was very little about a demon character. And I was kind of the one that pushed for that, knowing the resonance of fright that a demon presence can make beyond just the doll. And I wanted it to be like this thing had been in hell and it was jet black, like charred, like he's really been in hell. And that was kind of the visual kind of inspiration for it.
Starting with a reference point actually of a gargoyle that Gary had taken a photo of. I think it might have been from Rome.
Our designer, John Wheaton, did some designs based on the gargoyle, which is in the opening shot of the film. We passed it off to Norman, and he started sculpting.
And I was like, I really want to work on this. The design was cool and the concept was cool. So, I was pretty stoked about it.
I've been such a huge fan of K&B since I was a kid. I grew up watching a lot of the movies that they've done the effects for.
We were so fortunate to have K&B come on board. They are the preeminent name in makeup effects. From the very first conversation, they're like kids. They got so excited at the prospect of creating this new demon figure.
Oh, wow. K&B, those brothers are awesome. They do The Walking Dead now, and I work with them on Piranha 3D when I shot that. They, first of all, embraced our movie and working on our movie, and they did it passionately. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Demon stepping in.
I went to their studio when I first arrived, and I saw the kind of mock-up of what the demon would look like. In your head, you're like, oh, well, that's very ambitious, isn't it? Well, good luck with that,
Oh my goodness.
My God, when I saw Joe Bishara transformed, it was quite a moment for all of us, really. The craftsmanship and the skill of these special effects guys, it's just phenomenal.
With unbelievable detail, like the horns that come out of the head but then circle back in under the skull and come back out, which I just never seen.
It's a whole other language of filmmaking that I think is just so wonderful. Stunning, stunning.
That's gonna give me some nightmares. Some freaky stuff.
Demon coming through.
For me, the most fun part is going to the makeup trailer and seeing them applying the makeup of Joe Bishara, who has to suffer through another one of my movies playing the demon for me.
First step is to suffocate him by putting this bag on his head.
Yeah.
I'm here playing a demon, and I'm the composer as well.
Our composer is also our demon. And that was the case on both Insidious movies. Bathsheba and The Conjuring was Joe as well. And I figured, my gosh, I got to carry the tradition forward.
It's kind of a Zen process, really. It's really kind of you have to sort of settle into it and surrender.
Start pulsating your chest. You stipple this stuff on, it dries, and when it goes clear, it's ready to stick. I have to carefully put this on. It's basically like sticking on a big Band-Aid, but you want it in the right spot.
We had Joe come by the shop, and we did a chest cast of him and a face cast. That way we were able to sculpt it to fit him specifically. A lot of times if you do things generically, sometimes it'll work out, sometimes it doesn't. But anytime you get a chance to actually take a cast of the real actor, that's the way to go.
The idea was to make this look almost like a dog rib cage, and that's why it sticks out. It changes the human appearance just enough so that it looks a little more animalistic.
We're like 50 minutes in.
We do the horns next. And the horns go on just like anything else, glue. Sometimes you can pre-paint pieces, and we do a tiny bit of pre-painting, but in this case, he pretty much is gonna be solid black, per request of the director.
What did he say that one day? He comes out of the darkness, but he is of the darkness.
Yeah. This is a face piece, it's the foam latex, and it's actually sculpted on his face, so all the movement out of his face will transfer through the foam latex piece. It's pushing 100 degrees right now inside the trailer. As he becomes the devil even more, it gets hotter in here. Now that all the pieces are stuck together, we airbrush makeup so to conceal all the edges and actually start to blend all the color together. He also gets hair and stuff too, a little bit of hair. He's almost done. The next step is gonna be the lenses. We do the lenses last and the teeth. Done.
And just seeing that picture of this gargoyle and what it's become has been extraordinary.
Cool. All right.